Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, tax season is here. Are you stressed out? Find out about a free tax filing resource available to students.
Also, why students are becoming concerned about a certain parking area on campus. Find out where you should be cautious when pulling out.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angie Rodriguez.
And I'm Talia Harrell. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. When most people commute to the SHSU campus, they have to worry about traffic on I-45 or finding a parking place once they arrive. Recently, however, some students have expressed concern when exiting the main Zone 2 parking lot on Bearkat Boulevard across the street from the Bredo Criminal Justice System.
The Park Mobile paid parking spot located here directly next to the only way in or out creates a blind spot for anyone turning out of the main parking lot.
I mean, this road here is really small, it's really tiny, and people, speed through it, they're distracted, it's a lot of students and stuff like that, a lot of young people, and it's become a real hazard trying to pull out of this parking lot.
To avoid issues at this exit, most students said they found exiting very slowly to be the safest strategy.
The 19th Annual Diversity and Leadership Conference took place Saturday in the Lohman Student Center. My
co-anchor, Bearkat Student Media's Talia Harrell, has more on the event.
The student-led Diversity Leadership Conference featured various workshops and keynote speakers throughout the event. The Diversity Student Council set up the Orange Ballroom as an interactive exhibit called The Blind Spot. Participants were shown topics on anxiety, addiction, Eurocentric beauty standards, inhumane prison conditions, and slavery. Javon Gordon presented his workshop session, Trapping in the Quad, during a lecture-style presentation which dealt with social injustice and student leadership.
No, diversity is a thought. Diversity starts with individual person that wants to include other people's thoughts within their thoughts, within their lifestyle, because how a person thinks is how they'll live. And when a person thinks with inclusion, they'll think with diversity and they'll live in a diverse space.
Imani Barbarin is a Black and disabled disability rights and inclusion activist. Barbarin closes the event in a speech sharing her stories and thoughts on inclusion and diversity within the disabled community. Students asked questions during the Q&A segment toward the end of Barbarin's speech.
What are some things you would say are paramount at an institution of higher education for those with disabilities and accessibility on campus?
About disability inclusion and asking students for what they want is the follow-up.
Students and participants gathered outside of the Orange Ballroom for a meet and greet and to take pictures after the event. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Talia Harrell, Bearkat Student Media.
Have you ever heard the phrase, "It's not what you say, it's how you say it"? A controversial speaker returned to Sam Houston State this week with more of her fiery message about premarital sex, trying to encourage women to refrain.
Many will tell you Sister Cindy has an interesting way of getting her point across. Many call it slut shaming. Her goal is to draw college students toward Christ. However, many students disagree with her tactic.
Her is that she likes to go around and kind of slut shame people and just get a rise out of college crowds, and there's really no point. There's no point in going around and saying stuff like that to college kids in general. She has really no right to be saying it, and it's just kind of, what's the point in it? There's no point in doing that in today's society. We already see enough of it on the internet as it is. You don't need to be doing it in person with crowds.
Many like her message or find comedic value in it.
Sister Cindy usually comes to this and many other campuses once a year. We'll have more of Sister Cindy's visits to SHSU next week.
It's that time of the year again, Bearcats. Time to do your taxes. And there's a service on campus that can help without the headache. Bearkat Student Media's Jason Spicer has more.
It's tax season, and the Bearkat Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Center, better known as VITA, is here to help you prepare your taxes.
The VITA Center is for everyone and anyone who meets the eligibility requirements.
Those requirements include individuals and families with an income below $60,000 in 2022.
We prefer Wednesday appointments from 3:30 to 7 o'clock. However, if that doesn't work for you, we also offer limited Tuesday appointments from 9:15 a.m. until 3:20 p.m. And if that doesn't work for you, we can prepare your return via email. and then we'll send you a draft before we submit to IRS.
According to the website, all volunteers who prepare taxes are certified and pass the training to meet IRS standards.
So every Wednesday, a bunch of students help volunteer for the Vida Center. So we help low-income people and students help file their taxes. And it's been a pretty good experience because helping out people who are so confused with their taxes, it really does bring some satisfaction. So if you need any help, call the Vida Center, make an appointment, it's free, and we'll be glad to help you all out.
Though tax returns nationwide are due April 18th, the Vida Center will only allow appointments up until April 12th. Email vidacenter@shsu.edu for more information or to schedule your appointment. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Jason Spicer, Bearkat Student Media.
Coming up, is your worst enemy in your pocket?
We speak to a specialist about forming a healthy relationship with your technology.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat Tacey Webb roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
You're watching Bearkat Student Media News, a production of the Mass Communications Department at Sam Houston State University, only right here on Channel 7.
An exhibition is on display at the University Gallery located in the Dana G. Hoyt Fine Arts Building. The Scarcity and Abundance exhibition includes curated works with the theme of identity. The exhibition is free, open to the public, and will be on display through March 4th.
The University Gallery is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Anyone with questions about the exhibition is encouraged to contact the university's Department of Art at 936-294-4311.
Are you aware of how much time you're spending on your devices and how negatively it can impact you?
Bearkat Student Media's Chasmin Parker has some tips on how to set a healthy relationship with your devices.
Did you know that being on your phone can cause you more stress than it is relieving? Here's Ms. Michelle Haynes with a presentation on how digital mindfulness can really affect you.
I'm a mental health counselor at the Counseling Center. So this is our Helping Cats Cope workshop series. We offer a variety of workshops throughout the semester, each in the spring and in the fall semester. And today we talked about digital mindfulness, and basically what that is learning to develop a healthier relationship with your technology.
Again, it is so okay to unfriend, delete, or block somebody, if you, or whatever content you're looking at. Okay, so again, setting those boundaries for yourself and being okay with that.
Yeah, so I think this was a really cool little discussion with the counselor, basically just helping us be more aware of the time we spend on our phones, our computers, like the impact that it has on our mind. Like I had no idea that your brain needs an hour to 2 hours of like silentness before you go to bed to help better yourself and your health. Apple gives us like so many like opportunities. So like there's this feature where you could do kind of like a shutdown feature. It's called like a time limit. So basically like at 8 or whatever time you typically are in bed, like all your apps are locked, so like you can't get into them, which could help you sleep better, have more hours of sleep, and be more productive in your day-to-day life.
At the end of the presentation, Ms. Haynes provided us with some tips on how to limit our technology use. Also, students who are enrolled in Sam Houston State University are eligible for free services at the Health Center. This is Chasmin Parker with your Bearkat Student Media News.
Sam Houston State's Office of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving hosted a Thank a Donor Day. The annual Giving Office held the event last Wednesday in the Lohman Student Center. They say they wanted to show thanks to the many people who support the university through private gifts.
Students wrote thank you cards to university donors for student workers to collect. The first 250 students to write their letters received t-shirts sporting a Giving is Groovy design. The remaining students weren't forgotten, but received smaller freebies.
Spring is in the air, and so is the smell of Girl Scout cookies. The Girl Scouts began their booth sales on February 28th. The Scouts are saving up for a trip to Washington, D.C. this summer. The Girl Scouts can be found on weekends around Huntsville all day, while some Scouts do pop-ups for a few hours in the middle of the week.
They're like little entrepreneurs. During cookie season, they're counting their cookies, they count their change, all of that great stuff. So it's teaching them money skills. They're getting out in front of people, talking, and learning how to, basically run a business if that's what they want to do when they grow up.
This year, one cookie box is going for $5. Cookie flavors include Raspberry Rally, Adventurefuls, Caramel Chocolate Chip, Caramel Delights, and Do-si-dos.
The flavors also include Girl Scout s'mores, lemonades, lemon ups, peanut butter patties, thin mints, toastiers, toffee-tastic, and trefoils.
Still ahead, do you have spare time? We might just have something that will strike your fancy.
Find out what event is coming to the Cat Club this month.
And we'll see a sunny into the week, but not before some possible rainfall on Thursday. I'm forecaster Justin Hardcastle, and we'll have your full weather picture right after the break.
Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home was established in September of 2003. Our partnership with the Small Business Development Center is just like our partnership with other vendors in our community.
We developed a marketing plan, a strategic analysis, as well as social media presence.
If you let them, they can take your dream, put it to paper. That's the way we got started, and 13 years later, we're very happy to be a part of this community.
I enjoy seeing kids, regardless of their age, see the light bulb go on and they have that aha moment. In 1997, I started Tomorrow's Promise, the Montessori School of Huntsville, with 3 students. The Small Business Development Center helped me with classes on how to open a business.
We also helped Kay market through social media, website analysis, and develop funding opportunities.
We have grown to 38 teachers and over 220 students.
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University students. I'm Justin Hardcastle with your local forecast. It's currently 84 degrees in Huntsville with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. Humidity is at 56%, winds at 13 miles an hour with that feels like temperature at 88. Around the region, Centerville's at 83 degrees, Groveton is at 83 degrees, College Station comes in at 83 as well. Livingston checks in at 82, Conroe 84, and finally Hardin checks in at 79. Statewide, El Paso is seeing a temperature of 70 degrees with partly cloudy skies. In Lubbock, 67 degrees, while Dallas is going to check in at 75 with rain showers. And in Brownsville, it's a toasty 83. Around the nation, it is 42 degrees in New York City, 48 degrees in Chicago, 81 down in Miami. Denver's a cold 38, and LA is a nice 51. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to a temperature of about 73 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise will be at 6:47 a.m. with rain showers. Winds from the southeast at 6 miles an hour with that humidity at 98%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville, tomorrow the high is going to be 79 with a low of 58. Friday has a high of 67 with a low of 50. Saturday has a high of 78 with a low of 46. Sunday has a high of 80 with a low of 49. And on Monday, there's a 43% chance of rain with a high of 82 and a low of 57. And that's going to do it for the Bearkat Student Media Weather Forecast. I'm Justin Hardcastle. Have a great rest of your week.
Taking a look at this week's ag report, prices are mostly down across the board. Corn is down to $6.25 a bushel. Cotton is up about 2%, sitting at 84 cents a pound. Live cattle is down to about $1.24 a pound, and feeder cattle are down to about 70 cents a pound. Wheat is down $1.19 per ton. Soybeans are up 95 cents per bushel, and finally, oil prices are up to $77 per barrel.
In Texas ag news, the upcoming cotton harvest is expected to be a rough one, and the amount of cotton the Lone Star State can produce is expected to drop after brutal drought conditions caused much of the Texas cotton harvest to die off last year. More of the same is expected this year. According to the National Cotton Council, the total amount to acres farmed this year expected to drop about 21%, one of the largest declines among the top cotton producers in the U.S.
As the Ogallala Aquifer continues to dry up and the climate change crisis continues, these droughts may continue to be the norm.
An SHSU department moved locations after 4 years. Bearkat Orientation has called the second floor of the Visitor Center home since 2019. On February 1st, the department officially finished the move into its new office.
The new office is located on the first floor of Academic Building 3 in Suite 118 across military science, spirit programs, and more. Front desk staff of Bearkat Orientation say the new office is cozy and they look forward to making it feel like home.
The men's basketball team is continuing to light up the nets, and we have action on the softball diamond as well. I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Eric Johnson, and I have all your action on the field and on the court coming up after the break.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat Tacey Webb roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Eric Johnson with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. The Sam Houston softball team went 1-1 on Sunday, the final day of the Houston tournament at the Cougar Softball Complex. The Cat first took on the University of Houston, down 6-2 in the 7th inning. Brody Quinlan drove in a pair of runs. Julia Herzinger hit an RBI single, making it 6-5. And Chandler Talbot tied it up with pass ball to score. The game went to a 10th inning where the Cougars caught the clutch to hit the walk-off. Final score, Cougars 7, Bearkat 6. The Bearkats bounced back in the second game against Houston Christian and close of the Houston tournament. Starting with 5 runs in the second inning, Quinlan upped the stakes with a 30-run home run in the 4th. The Cats finished it off 9-4. The men's basketball team beat Southern Utah 64-57 in the Johnson Coliseum Saturday. The game was close until the Cats made their move in the 4th quarter. Quay Grant scored a game high of 22 points. Lamar Wickerson added 15. The Bearkats took their biggest lead of the game when Cameron Hefner hit a pair of free throws, making it 54-42. With 29 seconds left in the clock, Southern Utah cut Sam Houston lead to 4. Tristan Ipe then sunk a pair of free throws. Grant connected and sealed the game with 10 seconds left by dropping one from the lane. Sam Houston will face Stephen F. Austin on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. here at home. Last week, the men's golf team headed to Montgomery to compete in the Bayou Classic. The Bearkats hosted this tournament as they competed as a team and had others fighting as individuals. The tournament started on Monday and carried over to Tuesday as each golfer played their 3 rounds. For the Bearkats, Brett Gray placed first in the tournament, scoring 11 under par and shooting 2 rounds in the 60s. The men's team finished out the day winners, Gray, Samuel McKenzie, Josh German, Christopher Max, and Ting Wei Se, shot 839 as a team. The Bearkats topped the Houston Cougars, who shot a combined of 848. A lot of excitement on the field and on the court in the coming weeks. I'm Eric Johnson, and that's a wrap on sports.
The intramural sports program has once again hosted the chance for bowlers of Sam Houston State to compete against one another to qualify in the final tournament. The first tournament of the bowling league took place on January 26th in the Cat Club, and the last tournament was held February 23rd. The final tournament takes place March 9th.
Recreational Sports of Sam Houston hosts all kinds of intramural sports, giving SHSU students a chance to have fun and be competitive. Don't forget to come out and support fellow Bearkats as they hit the lanes.
That'll do it for us this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm Talia Harrell.
And I'm Angie Rodriguez. We'll see you back here next week.